have said it before that we could not run this homestead without these special kids. They are such a help. We're out here getting everything cleaned up and ready for the winter.
Is that going to vlog me?
Yeah.
Hello. I'm in the pig pen.
You're crazy. I'm trying to still get used to this whole Premier One fencing. I think we'll put it down and then come by and wrap it up. So we keep changing our minds on this overwintering the chickens. Our current plan, I believe, we were going to get the chickshaw winterized and boarded up so we could put them in there and overwinter them on the garden. But Jonah and I were discussing it.
I like your new back boot.
Thank you. Jonah and I were discussing it that we're concerned about we're not going to be able to move the chickshaw. And that is something we had known. I mean, the snow is not going to allow for us to move it. So as the reality of everything sits in, there are too many birds to sit in one place over the winter. That would be way too much poo. So we're thinking that this fencing right now is not serving us any purpose other than a lawn ornament. So we are going to go ahead and get it. Missy, it's got to go the other way, sweetie.
I know, it's all over.
So we're going to get this cleaned up so the yard looks a little bit nicer and to help this not get ruined. And we'll just get the chicken coop ready and just overwinter them in there like we've always done.
I need help. Help with what?
Oh, it's stuck on the knob.
Oh.
Ow, you're stabbing me.
So, we're still going to leave the chickshaw out here. We are going to have it available for the chickens and the turkeys to hang out. We still want them on the garden, but right now it's just not feasible in our Idaho winter to have them in the same spot. We could come out and shovel an area for them to move it, but that just seems like more work than we want to do in sub-zero temperatures. So we are really grateful for the chickshaw, and it is really great in its own season. Hello, bunny. So we are still going to leave it here on the garden plot. The chickens do like to come out. Any treats we feed the chickens, it will go on the garden. All of our droppings from the goats will still come out to the garden. And they are attracted to the piles of straw. So we still plan to let the chickens do our work and fertilize the garden for us. They just won't be overwintering here on the garden plot. So we're finally getting the dog kennel to where we can put it away. We put this cloth wire around the bottom because we were using this as a hen broody place that was an epic fail. We didn't want the chicks to be able to get out and get munched, so we put the hardware cloth around the bottom, but that leaves it so we cannot fold the kennel down. So that'll be nice to get that put away. That kennel has held a lot of different animals and has served a lot of different purposes than that of just for a dog. So that's the spirit of repurposing, isn't it? Teamwork! This used to be the feeder for the goats. But they get in there and they poop in it and waste their hay. So we're gonna come get that put on the garden. So I wanted to update you on our Bernard right here. He, a few days ago, was gushing blood. We could not find out what was wrong, and you can still see his feathers are a little bit stained, but so far he's doing really awesome. A friend of mine caught him with me, and what we have observed was what we believe to be a pin feather, I think is what my friend Rose at Wholesome Roots said. When they molt and the feathers come in, sometimes it can be damaged, and like a porcupine feather. I'm butchering the description, but I do believe it was called a pin feather. So the growth that I pulled off the other day, I believe pulled off any infection from that feather because there was no injury site, but boy did he have blood everywhere. So we are grateful that he is doing so well. That gave us quite a scare. We were really worried there for a minute. Hello, nice lady turkey. So we have some brat chickens and we had to kick like 10 out of the nesting boxes. They should be very clean and nice, and they are very not. So Missy's job is the chickens. So she is gonna be so excited to get these cleaned out. We are hoping to get the chickens broken from that habit and not put themselves to bed in the nesting boxes. That's a chicken no-no.
Close that door. Just like one. Thank you. Like that. I'm awesome.
I found something crazy in the tree.
A koala.
Or a sloth.
Or Tarzan.
Sammy's trying to catch him some bunnies.
Mom, could you look? I think a rooster.
Oh, that's a turkey feather. A rooster? That's a turkey.
Not a rooster.
I cannot believe we are into November. It is such a beautiful day.
I don't even need my coat. Ah!
Oh, Sam got himself a bunny.
Could you walk me again?
Yeah.
What's this?
Sounds like the sweetest.
You're amazing. So if we've learned anything this summer from homesteading, would be ready to adapt. Be ready to change your plans and be ready to be okay with it. We bought this fencing because we were going to put the goats in it around the chicken coop, and then, oh, just kidding, goats will eat the tree. And then we're like, oh, we'll use it for this, and it won't go to waste. We have plans. But we are going to get it put away for the winter so we can use it in next year's plans that may or may not change. Always satisfying to get done from being outside. It was a beautiful day. Nice to get some things done. So we, in that same spirit, are going to get these wheat berries. If you caught my vlog on that a few days ago, I'll put a link to that in the end screen. We tried this cheesecloth instead of the screen material that I have been using. So we are going to update and see. I have not tried to get this out yet. So we're gonna do that together. An honest review on that. What I like to do is I have this jar. I recently put on some chalkboard paint, and I'm going to write red wheat so I can keep track of my red and white. But if I'm adding to it, I don't like to add, I like the old to get used first. So I'm gonna pour that out, then I'm gonna pour these in. So, let's try this out.
It's easier than the screen.
That's amazing. That is way easier than the screen material. It looks like some of it sticks a little, so that won't be my favorite. So I'm thinking that this is going to be more time consuming than I want it to be, and some of them stick a little more than I'd like them to. Leaving, sometimes there was one I pulled off that had some cloth material still stuck to it. And I think it's not gonna prove long term to be good because it's gonna damage your cloth. So I think I will wash this and just use it for cheese. Cheesecloth for cheese, imagine that. So back to the drawing board. I think I will try that muslin material and see if I can't have some better success with that. But But yeah, at first I was optimistic, but I don't think this is gonna work. That's too bad. But we'll keep trying. Thanks for coming along today with us on this crazy adventure that we like to call homesteading. Give us that thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.